up, everybody? This is Eve coming to y'all with another episode of Hit the Sled. Hey, before we get started on this episode, I want to first say subscribe to my YouTube page. Hit the Sled. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. Man, I truly appreciate everybody who's supporting me. Pass the word around. Hit the Sled. We coming. I got more and more things that's coming down the line. But I appreciate y'all watching my video. Stay with me. Hit the Sled. We coming. For this episode, for today, is going to be my Week 6 college football preview. First, we're going to start off with Colorado versus Arizona State. Every week, man, we got to start off with Colorado. They playing Arizona State this week. They looking to bounce back from the loss from USC last weekend. They looking to see if they can get a couple of their players back. Coach Prime said Charlo should come back. It doesn't look like Travis Hunter is going to be able to come back this week. Coach Prime said more than likely he'll be back. Hopefully he can. Hopefully they don't have to play him till after the bye, and that I believe is after Stanford. When they play Stanford in 2 weeks, then they have their bye. He was hoping that he doesn't have to play him till then, but Travis is going to push more and more for him to as he starts feeling better. Travis is going to push to play, but Coach Prime really wants to hold him off until Stanford at the end of after they bye week for him to come back. As far as this coming game, they're going to hope to build upon how they played last week against USC. They're going to hope to continue to have the run game going. Keep that run game going. The run game worked for the first time all year. They really, really were able to run the ball. Now, we're going to find out whether or not it's a product of USC's porous defense, or is it just because they found a way to be able to run the ball. Arizona State, they got a stingy little defense. So you're gonna have to they're gonna have to play well, man. Arizona State does a good job, man. They're a team that's 1-4. They're coached by a new coach, Kenny Dillingham, who used to be the offensive coordinator at Oregon. Got the job at Arizona State. What's ironic about Arizona State, Kenny Dillingham, Coach Prime told a story early in the week where him and Coach Dillingham goes back a little further. Coach Prime said he told a story how when he was trying to prepare to get a head coaching job, that it looks like Coach Kenny Dillingham was one of the people that he got in contact with that was going to be part of his staff. He vouched for Coach Dillingham. He stated that Coach Dillingham is a good dude. He's a good guy, and it looks like he wants Coach Dillingham to be successful. So, we're going to see how they play against Arizona State. Arizona State, they have a really good freshman who was the starter coming out when the season started, and he got replaced. So they've had at least 3 quarterbacks play this past during the first 5 weeks of the season. So as of right now, we don't know who's going to be starting this week against Colorado. So once we get there, we're gonna find out who's gonna be the starter. The game is on the Pac-12 network. I don't know I don't know if people gonna be able to watch it, but so it's on the Pac-12 network. Excuse me. So hopefully they're able to get that win. We all are rooting for Coach Prime for him to get that win. As I move on to my next story, just announced earlier today, matter of fact, college football, the NCAA announced that Tez Walker has been ruled eligible by the NCAA. Now, Tez Walker case is quite interesting, and the reason why I'm talking about him is because of the NCAA. It's been 5 weeks. This kid transferred into North Carolina early this year. And apparently he had a really ailing grandmother, wanted to be close to his grandmother. He originally started at North Carolina State back in 2020. Never played because of COVID. Their season was canceled at North Carolina Central. So he ended up transferring over to Kent State in 2021, where he ended up making a MAC, first team on MAC. in 2022. He came all first team all MAC, and then like I said in January he transferred over to North Carolina. The NCAA declared him eligible today. The reason why this is much of a story is because the NCAA should have never made this kid ineligible. Should have never made him ineligible. It's one of those things. The NCAA sometimes they don't know how to get out their own way. This kid should have never been declared ineligible. You know, with that being said, it was an ongoing issue. The Tar Heels, they were expecting the kid to be ruled eligible, the young man to be ruled eligible. He wasn't. Coach Mack Brown was upset about it. The AD, Bubba Cunningham, was upset about it as well. Voiced their opinion, which was really harsh towards the NCAA. And it looks like, to me, in my honest opinion, they gave the kid a 5-game suspension. In my opinion, that's what they did. They gave the kid a 5-game suspension. You know, so but you know, for his sake, he got 7 games to go, including the bowl game, which will make 8. You know, so hopefully he can get up to speed real quick. Hopefully he's in some type of condition so that he can go out and play some games and be successful. North Carolina is still in the hunt. They still there. You know, they still in the hunt to play, to make some damage in the ACC. So let's see. Their season is still ahead of. So let's see. Coach Brown, he getting a big weapon back for the quarterback, who's also playing well. He's been playing kind of slowly. Drake May the last couple of weeks, starting off slowly but picks it up towards the end. But he's still on a lot of pro scouts boards. He's the number 2 quarterback on the board. He's gonna be a good player. He can play. He can play. Drake May can play. He really can. So hopefully Tez Walker can get in there, get his draft stock up, play well, get his draft stock up, and so that he can go ahead and make some money for him and his family. With that being said, the other games of the week that I'm gonna keep an eye on to as far as college football, of course, my Wolverines. I gotta mention them every week. That's my mom. That's my team. You know, that's my team. We playing Minnesota this week. It's a Saturday night game. You know, Minnesota playing hard. They're hanging in there. You know, they playing hard. One thing I want to note: last week Michigan played Nebraska, and we won. We won going away. But one thing I want to state is that last week's game was the first time in 100 years Michigan did not have one penalty called against them. Not one. Now that's winning football right there. That's winning football. You go an entire game and not have a flag thrown on you. That's a hell of a job. Jim got these boys lined up right, man. Jim really has these boys ready to go. So I'm happy to see it. You know, Jim, they're doing a good job over there in Ann Arbor. They come to Maryland this year. I'm gonna try to make it out there to see my boys, man. See my guys play late October. No, it will be in November, sometime in November, early to mid November. You know, so try to make it out to Bird Stadium, College Park. Well, it's not called Bird Stadium anymore, but go out there to College Park and see them play. The next game I'm gonna have my eyes on is the Red River Shootout, Texas versus Oklahoma. Now this right here, this is a big game right here for Steve Sarkisian and Brent Venables. Both teams undefeated. They rivals. You know, this they played at the old Cotton Bowl next to the Dallas County Fair. I've heard tremendous things about that county fair. I ain't never been, but it's one of those things on the bucket list that everybody gotta check out. Going down to the county fair, see that, and then go to the game. The game is at the old Cotton Bowl, and it's kind of unique because have both sides of the field. One side of the field is all Texas, the other side of the field is all Oklahoma. And you can see the burnt orange and the red and the red and white of Oklahoma. It's cool. It's cool to watch on TV. So it's one of them games that's at high noon over in Texas and the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. So we're gonna see it. They true rivals. The two quarterbacks are playing well. Dylan Gabriel for Oklahoma is playing. He's doing a good job. Quinn Ewers for Texas He's doing a good job as well, man. You know, so again, Texas. If Texas is going to make the college football playoff, if they're going to try to compete for a national championship, these are the games Texas got to win to keep moving forward. Coach Sarkisian, he got to win this game. Coach Sark, he got to win. Got to win this game. And it's against your rivals, enough said. Got to get the job done. You know, so that's one of my games that I'm going to be looking forward to this weekend. The third one is Alabama, Texas A&M. Jalen Milroe, you know, he's getting better and better. He's getting better and better. A&M, Jimbo might be in trouble down there. Jimbo might be in trouble. But, you know, Alabama going to hostile territory. It's going to be 100-something thousand people there. You know, so it's going to be a good scene down there, man. You know, it's always good to see Alabama down there at Texas A&M. Even when Johnny Manziel, Mike Evans and them was out there, you know, it was exciting. It was exciting out there, you know, so that's going to be good to see. The other game is a sneaky game right here that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is Maryland against Ohio State. Maryland against the Buckeyes. Can Maryland create big plays? Can they get some big plays against that team, against the Buckeyes? Can the O-line block the front? That's going to be my thing. Can the O-line block the front of Ohio State? Can Tua Tagovailoa, can he make big plays? That's going to be a big thing there. But Maryland, skill-wise, Maryland has the skill. Maryland has the skill to compete. Now, winning the game is a tall order, but if they're able to create some turnovers. Maryland got a decent running game. They 5-0. They confident going in there to the horseshoe. They should do a good job. Hopefully they can get the upset. But you know, we can't cry. We can't cry about too much. Maryland doing a good job. Coach Locks, we all pulling for Coach Locks, man. Coach Locks doing a great job for Maryland. Doing a great job. He's doing a great job for Maryland, man. So we all pulling for Coach Locks to pull out the upset. You know, Ohio State coming off the bye. You know, so they're going to be fresh, ready to go. Or coming off that big win against Notre Dame 2 weeks ago. So they're going to be ready. The Buckeyes going to be ready. They're going to be ready to go, trying to improve themselves, get ready for that stretch because they got some big games coming down the line. They go to Wisconsin. Penn State comes to the horseshoe, and then they go to Ann Arbor at the end of the year. So the Buckeyes, man, they got a tough season ahead of them. They got some stops along the way. You know, so we'll see about Maryland. Hopefully Maryland can pull the upset. My last game that I'm looking at is this Kentucky against Georgia game. This is a sneaky game. It really is. It's a sneaky game. And the reason why I say it's a sneaky game is because Kentucky coming in this game playing well. They playing well. Kentucky is coming to this game playing well. Let's see if Kentucky, they got a good coach. Let me say that first of all. The coach is a very good coach. Stoops, Mark Stoops. He's a very good coach. He's he got that defense moving a little bit down there. Let's see if they can cover Brock Bowers. Because our Auburn show didn't do it. Auburn didn't do it at all. They couldn't do it. So let's see if they can take Brock Bowers out the game. Let somebody else beat you, but Brock Bowers can't beat you. Georgia best play. Can't have that. Can't have it. And Kentucky, they run the ball. So let's see. They ran all over Florida last week. They ran up and down the field on Florida. So let's see what they do against Georgia this week. Man, what I truly appreciate y'all checking me out. Hit the sled. Hey, we coming. We doing more and more things behind the scenes, trying to get more and more things done. You know, so I truly appreciate y'all. But follow me before I go. Subscribe. Follow me. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my YouTube channel. Follow me. Hit the sled. I truly appreciate y'all.